Now, Arnie Sorensen is the chief exec of Marriott International. He's the man who very much was the brains behind the idea. When he took over Marriott, he wanted to make a stand and he wanted to make a difference and a change. And what Edition was part of that policy. So I asked him where Edition and the new hotel in London fits into the portfolio.
It will be a luxury brand in most markets. It'll be priced at or near the Ritz-Carlton. And, you know, of course, there's no Ritz-Carlton in London, so we don't have that close comparison. There is one in Miami. There are two in New York. Be very interesting to see. I suspect in New York we've got one Ritz-Carlton at Central Park South, one in Battery Park. The Edition will be in the Clock Tower building. I suspect it'll be priced in between the two of them, in part because of location and the importance of location in pricing.
Who's going to stay in these hotels? Middle-aged men like me or young, hip people?
You're very welcome, Richard. We'd love to have you here.
You'll take my money at any of your hotels. Who's going to stay? Who are you targeting?
You know, one of the interesting things about these hotels is our marriage with Ian started with his opening of the Gramercy Park Hotel in New York. And we went thinking all we'd see would be young people. He had the Rose Bar and the Jade Bar, different restaurant than is there today. Very happening place. And what we saw from the moment we walked in is all age groups. The fact of the matter is it skews a little younger, but there are many different ages who want that lifestyle experience.
Look, let's talk millennials, because millennials, it's very difficult, whether it's Gen X. You can't brand a generation, but we do it because there are certain truisms and stereotypes that... And you have to attract the millennials so they come into the system now, don't you?
We have been dominant with the boomers, we think, for many decades. But increasingly, the young, the X's and Y's, who are now about half of our customers, want even more. They want better food and beverage. They probably want more beverage. They want a little more lifestyle in the lobbies. They like to hang in the lobbies as opposed to their rooms. These are some of the generalizations. So we're trying to make sure that we both have the brands that appeal and that with the older brands that we say, okay, we've juiced up that lobby so you can now come in, you can hang, you can have something to drink, you can be with other people even if you're alone. How
important is it now to have that portfolio? You want to keep people in the Marriott ecosystem. How important is that?
It's very important. Think about our Marriott Rewards program, which is the loyalty program that applies now to all of our brands. 45 million members, 2 million in China, 5 million in Asia, and those are growing overnight dramatically. And customers, we think, like the experience, they like the service, but they like the recognition and benefits they also get from those rewards points. So they will apply in all of the projects. Over their life career, they may start at a Moxy or a Fairfield, which is relatively less expensive. They may take their honeymoons at a Ritz-Carlton or an Edition or a JW Marriott, or they may succeed tremendously and stay in those places all the time when they get a little more wealthy. We want to keep them.
That's Arnie Sorensen, the chief exec of Marriott, talking to me at the Edition Hotel in London.